Jovel, and we're going to visit the house of a very famous IT expert here in the Philippines. Let's go! Oh, I think this IT expert is a pet lover too. Anyway, let's wait until someone opens the door. Good afternoon, sir. I'm Jovel from ABS-CBN.
Oh, it's you. Come in.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Want some drink?
Yes, please. So, sir, you're a former IT professor in UP Diliman and turned into a white hat hacker. How is that, sir?
Well, actually, I'm still a professor in UP, but this what you're calling white hacker is just my part-time job.
Oh, I see.
Maybe we should discuss first the ethics, so that the viewers can relate to our topic as we go on.
Okay, sir. So, what is ethics when it comes to IT?
Ethics, as the real means of it, ethics are branches of philosophy that involve systemizing, defending, and recommending concepts of right and wrong conduct.
Oh, sir, did you mean that ethics in real meaning and ethics when it comes to IT is the same?
Definitely yes.
Can you explain further more about this, sir?
Sure.
Ethics are the principles and standards that guides our behavior toward other people. Acting ethically means behaving in a principled fashion and treating other people with respect and dignity. It's simple to say but not so simple to do since some situation is complex or ambiguous. There are two factors that determine how you decide ethical issues. The first is your basic ethical structure, which you develop as you grew up. The second is the set of practical circumstances in which involved in the decisions that you're trying to make. That is, all the shades of gray in what are rarely black or white decision. Intellectual property. An ethical issue you will almost certainly encounter is one related to the use or copying of proprietary software. Software is a type of intellectual property. Intellectual property is intangible creative work that is embodied in physical form. Music, video, novels, paintings, and sculptures are all examples of intellectual property. Copyright. Copyright law protects the authorship of literary and dramatic works, musical and theatrical compositions, and works of arts. Copyright is the legal protection afforded an expression of an idea such as a song, video game, and some types of proprietary documents. Pirated software or software piracy is the unauthorized use, duplication, distribution, sale, or sale of copyrighted software. Patent. A patent protects a form of intellectual property. A patent applies to the implementation of an idea, such as how to construct an ergonomic mouse. Patent is the right to a specific invention that is granted by the particular government. Patent rights can be held by an individual or by a group, such as a company. They may be held by the original inventor of the patented process or product, but they can also be transferred to another person or group.
Going back to our topic, what about privacy? Is there any difference in meaning from ordinary dictionary and when it is used technically?
Good question. Actually, it's not different from any other meaning. As we all know, privacy is how we able to seclude themselves and thereby reveal themselves collectively.
So, sir, privacy can be invaded.
Yes, it can be.
Through what, sir?
Privacy can invade by using applications, software, like keyloggers, phishing, tips, and any other tools.
So let's now proceed to the privacy. Privacy is the right to be left alone when you want to be, to have control over your personal profession, and not to be observed without your consent. Keylogger or keytrapper software is a program that when you install on the computer, it records every stroke and mouse click. Identity theft is a forging of someone's identity for the purpose of fraud. Phishing, also called carding or brand spoofing, is a technique to gain personal information for purpose of identity theft, usually by means of fraudulent email. Privacy and employees. In monitoring technology, numerous vendors sell software products that scans email, both incoming and outgoing. The software can look for specific words or phrases in the subject lines or in the body of the text. An email scanning program can sneak into your computer in Trojan horse software. Hardware keylogger, a hardware device that captures keystrokes on their journey from keyboard to motherboard. Cookies is a small file that contains information about you and your web activities, which websites you visit places on your computer. A cookie has many uses. It used to keep ID and password information, used to store contents of electronic shopping carts, used to track web activities. It also has types of cookies, unique cookies and common cookies. Unique cookies can monitor and record what sites you visit, how long you want to stay there, what website or pages you visited, what site you came from, and next site you went to. Uncommon cookies are the ones that have many privacy advocates disturbed. The difference of common cookies to unique cookie is that when website you visits puts into your hard disk. Spam is unsolicited email, electronic junk mail from business that advertise goods and services. Adware and spyware. Adware is a software to generate ads that installs itself on your computer when you download. And it is a type of Trojan software. Spyware, also known as leakware or stealthware, is a malicious software that collects information about you and your computer and reports it to someone without your permission. Weblog consists of one-line information from every visitor to your website and usually stored on a computer server. Clickstream. It records information about you during your web surfing session, such as what websites you visit, how long you are there, what ads you look at, and what you bought. Anonymous web browsing. Services that hides your identity from the websites you visit.
So, sir, we're talking about privacy. How is privacy related to security?
When you are a private person, you need to be secured. That's the logic of it. So, when we say privacy, you need to be sure that no one invades it. And how will you do that? Of course, by putting a security.
Okay, sir. But anyway, you are a professor turned into a white hat hacker. Is that right, sir?
Yes, it's true.
Can you explain briefly about these things?
Sure. As a white hacker, it's my duty to discover the weaknesses of the system of our company. we are hired by the company who want to compete in the social network industry. Like in games, before the particular games will release, it will surely test used by the beta tester to find the bugs. The beta testers like what a white hacker. I remember there was a company who argues to their hacker just to make sure she can't access manipulate the system. And because of this, I always keep in my mind that there are so many black hackers that need to compete of the white hackers.
Oh, so you say something about hacking, sir. And hacking is not good, right?
In some way, yes. Anyway, its own choice.
What do you mean its own choice?
Did I just mention that I become a black hat hacker?
Seriously, sir? You become a black hat and also a white hat?
Well, just of curiosity, I'm just testing my skills.
So, what is security? Security is a degree of resistance to or protection from harm. It applies to any vulnerable and valuable assets, such as person, dwelling, community, nation, or organization. Hackers. Hackers are the people who break into the computer system of others. They are knowledgeable computer users who use their knowledge to invade other people's computer. Type of hackers. White hat hackers. They find vulnerabilities in the system and plug the holes. They work at the request of the owners of the computer systems. The black hat hackers break into other people's computer systems and may just look around, or they may steal credit card numbers and destroy information or otherwise do damage. Hacktivists. Hacktivists have philosophical and political reasons for breaking into systems. They often deface a website as protest. Script kiddies or script bunnies. They find hacking code on the internet and click and point their way into system to cause damage or spread viruses. The crackers. Crackers are hackers for hire and the hackers who engage in a corporate espionage. The cyber terrorists. Those who seek to cause harm to people to destroy critical system or information. Cybercrimes. Type of cybercrimes. Computer viruses. It's a software that is written with malicious intent to cause annoyance or damage. Worm. Type of virus that spread itself not just file to file, but from computer to computer via email and other internet traffic. It finds your email address book to help itself the addresses and send itself to your contacts using your email address as the return address. Denial service attack. Floods a server or network with so many requests that it slows down or crashes. The objective is to prevent legitimate customers from accessing the target site. Security precautions. Risk management consists of the identification of risks or threats, the implementation of security measures, and the monitoring of those measures for effectiveness. Risk assessment. The process of evaluating IT assets, their importance to the organization, and their susceptibility to threats to measure the risk exposure to these assets. Generally, security consists of a combination of measures such as backups, antivirus softwares, firewalls, access authentication, encryption, and intrusion detection and security auditing software. Backups are the process of making a copy of the information stored on a computer. Antivirus software is absolutely must. It detects and removes or quarantines computer viruses. New viruses are created every day and each new generation is more deadly than the previous one. Look for virus protections that finds viruses on removable media like floppies, CD, and zip disks as well as on the hard disk. Trojan horse viruses and backup programs open a way into the network for future attacks. Polymorphic viruses and worms, which are sometimes hard for antivirus programs to find because they change their form as they propagate. Viruses in zip or compressed files, and even zip files inside other zip files.
Viruses in email attachments. Firewalls. Firewalls is hardware and or software that is protect a computer or network from intruders. Access authentication. While firewall keeps outsiders out, they don't necessarily keep insiders out. In other words, unauthorized employees may try to access computer or files. One of the ways the companies try to protect computer system is with authentication system that checks before they let to have access. Encryption. Scramble content of a file so that you can read it without having the right decryption key. Intrusion detection and security auditing software. Intrusion detection system is hardware or software that watches network traffic for intrusion attempts, report them, and optionally takes action against them. Security auditing software checks out your computer or network for potential weaknesses. The idea is to find out where hackers could get in to plug up the hole.
We're on our last topic to discuss, the computer crimes and computer forensics. Sir Ronald, can you explain furthermore about this?
Well, computer crime is another term used for cybercrime.
Computer crime. Computer crime is a crime in which a computer or a computer plays a significant part. Crimes in which computer usually play part. There are examples: illegal gambling, forgery, money laundering, child pornography, hate message propagation, racketeering, fencing stolen goods, loan sharking, drug trafficking, union infiltration. Next, viruses. Viruses are a type of malware. A computer virus is software that was written with malicious intent to cause annoyance or damage. There are two categories of viruses. The first comprises benign viruses that display a message or slow down the computer but don't destroy any information. Malignant viruses belongs in the second category. These viruses do damage to your computer, like macroviruses, one of the very common types of malignant computer virus. It spreads by binding themselves to software such as Word or Excel. When they infect a computer, they make copies of themselves and spread from file to file. Worm, most prevalent type of malignant virus. It is a computer virus that replicates and spreads itself not only from file to file but from computer to computer via email and other internet traffic. The love bug worm, or what we call I love you virus, released on an unsuspecting world in 2000. The love bug and its variant affected 300,000 internet hosts and computer and millions of individual PC users, causing the file damage, lost time, and high-cost emergency repairs, totaling about $8.7 billion. Next, SoBig, Slammer, and Blaster. The SoBig virus began spreading through networks, generating email traffic at level never seen before. It arrived as an attachment in the victim's inbox with varying subject lines like your details, your application, and weak screensavers. The virus searched through hard drives for email address in document files, cache web pages, and Microsoft Outlook Express databases. Then it sent out huge numbers of useless email messages. Two of many worms that hit networks in 2003 were Slamworm, and that hit in January, and the Blaster worm that arrived in August. A worm looks for some flow or way to enter the computer in software and sneaks in to do damage. Slammer kept flooding the victim server until its buffer memory was full. It could trick the computer into sending out thousands of new copies to other servers that were vulnerable Slammers sent out 55 million bursts of information per second onto the internet, and at the rate it took only 10 minutes for the whom to find and invade almost all the vulnerable servers. The Blaster Worm appeared only 26 days after Microsoft publicized the vulnerability that the worm utilized. Blaster spread like wildfire, and among the thousands of companies that were affected were CSX, the third largest railroad company in the North America, Amtrak, the Computer Train Company, and Air Canada. Stand-alone viruses. In any given month, between 200 and 300 viruses are traveling from system to system around the world, seeking a way into spreading mayhem, and they're getting more deadly. The latest worm can stand alone and run on any computer that can run Win32 programs. Examples are Circom, Nimda, and Class. Nimda adds JavaScript to every homepage on the server it infects, then passes it on to visitors to the site. The Class virus is actually a family of worms that introduce a new kind of confusion into the virus business. The spoof email message appears to come from someone other than the actual sender. Trojan horse viruses, a type of virus that doesn't replicate. It hides in other software, usually an attachment or download. Keylogger software is usually available in Trojan horse form, so that you can hide it in email or internet traffic. Misleading email. One type of misleading email is a virus hoax. This email sent intending to frighten people about a virus threat that is, in fact, bogus. The virus is non-existent, but the hoax causes people to get scared and lose time and productivity. Following are some general guidelines for identifying a virus hoax. Here are some. Urges you to forward it to everyone you know immediately. Second one, describe the awful consequences of not acting immediately. The last one, quotes a well-known authority in the computer industry. Another type of misleading email is designed to get people to actually take action that results in setting a virus loose, or to do something that will disrupt the functioning of their own computers. The first step is usually to make people believe that they have inadvertently emailed a virus to others. Denial of service attacks. Denial of service attacks flood a server or network with so many requests for service that it slows down or crashes. The objectives is to prevent legitimate customers from getting into the site to the business. Distributed denial of service attacks are attacks from multiple computers that flood a server or network with so many requests for service that it slows down or crash. A common type is the ping of death, in which thousands of computers try to access the website at the same time, overloading it and shutting it down. Combination of worm or DOS. Code Red, discovered in 2001, was the first virus that combined a worm and DOS attack. Code Red attacked server running a specific type of system software. It used email address books to send itself a lot of computers, and it was very efficient, with the ability to infect as many as 500,000 new servers per day. Malware bots. A bot is a computer program that runs automatically. Bots, the term comes from robot, can perform all sorts of tasks, both good and evil. Two examples of bots. Intelligent agent that continuously monitor network to find a problem before it knocks out the network, and shopping bots that find products and services on the internet for you. However, there's another class of bots, the bad kind. Is Extended Learning Module E, Network Basics. You learned that the bots are type of malware. This type of bot is designed to distribute all illegal copies of movies and music. They can be used to spread worms. Bots are also used to fraud or sabotage. Malware bots are bots that are used for fraud, sabotage, DOS attacks, or some other malicious purpose. Web defacing. Web defacing is a favorite sport of some of people who break into computer systems. They replace the site with a substitute that's neither attractive nor complimentary. Or perhaps they convert the website to a most blank screen with an abusive or obscene message. Or the message may just read, "so and so was here."
Very well said, Sir Ronald. We've done a very meaningful day today.
Oh yeah, thank you, Jubel, and I hope our viewers enjoyed the conversation.
Of course, they enjoy, right, guys?
Mm.
So, sir, anyone you want to greet or say thank you to?
I thank God for giving all the blessing I have now, and to all viewers who spend time watching this. Thank you for so much, and my pleasure for featuring me here.
No problem, sir. Thank you. God bless us all and have a nice day.